I'm here, but I'm in the background. Okay, now you can see the pullback on the SPY. We tried to reach those high highs. I've hit over 6 targets today. That was straight on. Only one I missed within 12 cents after it went up $1.50, so I was only 12 cents away. Um, right now we're seeing some pullback, some temporary pullback in the SPY. We can see our support's a little bit higher than I've got it, so we're going to put our support up now at about 423.50. So we can see where we're at. I don't know what's going on with my internet. I'm not sure that it's not even going to happen another time. Sometimes I like to use 45. It just seems that it's because stocks fall back and they don't hit those even numbers. Let's put it at 45. All right, so right there we should be here at 423.45, and that's 424. All right, that's 25, but we're really down about 424.10, and we are dropping lower and lower. All right, so let's do this. Instead of holding that dollar now, we're going to be there at about 85 cents. Okay, 45 to 10 is 65 cents. So we're 65 cents in this at the moment. And you can see what's happened here. We went straight up. We were up for the entire day. We hit new highs of the day. So what we're going to do here is we're going to activate the daily trend, which is right there. We're going to bring that back a little bit, and that was the high of the day right there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do what we call the active step. And the active step shows us that what happens is we came down to about there. All right. We actually have 2 active steps in here. So we want to cancel the left on the trend line. We want to cancel the right extension. And that's going to bring this down a little bit. Let's just edit it so they match up. You know me, I like things when they match up perfectly. And that should bring us about there. Then what you can see is we're still dropping. So while I'm doing this and I'm putting the active lines together, you can see we're dropping, we're dropping, we're dropping. And that's going to give us another active step from here. You see right in there, right in here. And then you're going to keep it right on the outside of the 13 exponential. We're going to cancel our left, and then we're going to cancel the right here. So you can see we actually have now 3 steps. We have our daily from the day trend, 1, then 2, and then 3. And you could see before we were there, and now what's happening is I got to keep lowering this and lowering this and lowering this, which tells me we've hit our high, we're dropping down, and here's our VWAP right here. So we're still bullish because we're still above the VWAP itself. And what we want to see now is how far we're going to drop. So right now we're down about 423.16. Let's say that right now we think that we're going to drop down to about 423. Let's just bring this down a little bit. It's not there yet. It's going to be a little lower than we put it. We're going to look for the bounce there. And then we're going to take our resistance now, which is also moved. And we're going to move this down to, all right, let's see. Let's put 3 and let's put 75. I'm trying to keep it above the 13, and it is right there. All right. And again, once again, where are we at here? We're going to activate this, and we're going to bring this down just a little lower. And as you can see, we haven't reached that period yet, so we're going to activate this up a little bit because it may not reach there, and just leave it at 423.15. And let's just see, edit the support, and it should be 50. It's perfect. That's where we want it. So now we know we tweaked it out. We can see we're a little bit tighter in here, and that's going to bring our upper target down also. So at this point, where's our VWAP here? We still have an upper target, but I'm going to bring it back down now, and we have a high of the day at this moment. And the high of the day for the SPY is 420. I'm sorry, that's not correct. 424.36. Is that correct? Let me just redo this for a second. I know it's higher than that. 424.30. Oh, that's right. 424.36. So that should be right about here. 424.36, 35. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to edit this down. It's already there, really. So let's just bring it right above it and make it 40. Like before, remember when I made it 39? That was $1 ago. So you can see we went up another dollar from here to here, wherever it was, wherever that last high was, about here, and then it just took off and it went. All right, so you can see we went up on our day, we came back, we're pulling back now, and here we have a little bit of a bounce at the 423.15. Unusual because nothing drops straight down and nothing goes straight up. Okay, so waiting on TR. The updates, I got the updates. Let me take that out of there. So if somebody's going to walk in, they go, oh, Active Trader's still waiting for TOS. So I'm going to delete that message. All right, and I was working on the problem. Dex, I don't know what Deck's doing. I think he, and I wish he wouldn't do that, but he's running a video that he actually, it's not brand new. We've all seen this already. So he's putting on the same video that he had on before because there's so many people in his room. I mean, he does that. It takes away from people actually coming to our rooms where we're trending. So what's the sense of us live trending if he's going to do that? That's how I feel sometimes, you know. So at the end of my rope here. And here we're going to move this up a little bit. Let's put your support up to about 102, 102.25, 102.20. What do we got? 102.25. Perfect. Okay. See, sometimes what it looks like and what it is could be two different things, but it doesn't have to be exact. All right. And this is, all right, this is my 2-in-1. Let's go back to my 3-in-1. There we go. And here's my Tesla. My Tesla's up. Let's see where we're at here. We've got 70, let's just make it 75, 75, 85, let's just make it 85, 85. It's going to go for 256, 285, 257. Yeah, see, our next, you know what, let's just do it. Our next, it's got to go up there, is 258 would be our resistance point right there, okay? And what some people don't realize is that I do work for a living and that I'm here doing a live stream with you guys. So, Brian, I can't talk to you right now. I am live. Anyway, so there you go. Okay, and let's look right here. We got 224.23. Let's make this a little bit higher and put this up to 424. Okay. 424. All right, there we go. So right now you can see where we're at exactly in the areas of our, and that was a little low. I want to always keep this a little above that 13 exponential, which is right there, which will get us right above there. And now you can see exactly where we are here, okay? Let's see. Okay, just give me 1 second. Just trying to show somebody who doesn't seem to understand what I'm doing here. Okay. Give me 1 second. There we go. Anyway, all right. And you can see we're back. We're holding right now. If we're going to go to a few more, let's go to 3 minutes on this so we can see more of the chart itself. There you go. Wow, for the first time it actually came in so we can see it. There you go. There's 3 minutes. Let's go to 2 minutes. I want to make it a little larger and not have, I wanted to watch more from minute to minute. And you can see right there. Okay, just need my day. So you can see right there exactly where we're at, where we're sitting, how our day, the choppiness, okay? There's your reverse. Came right back up, went up for the high. We hit that upper target almost 6 times today. I hit my targets. NVIDIA, again, there's NVIDIA for those that watch NVIDIA. And you can see this is more consolidated. It's more in less channel. It did not follow the SPY entirely. It did move on its own. It did follow in the beginning from here to here, which would be from about here to about here, okay? So it did follow to a certain degree, but it did its own thing, all right? So there you go on NVIDIA, which is fine. It's in its channel. You can see the two double arrows in here, black and red, showing it's coming back down. And we're also in here at about 440. I'm going to bring this down a little bit. We had a double top here at 440.85, but we have since come down from there. And you can see that now we're actually even lower than this. I'm going to say 439.75. Wow, look at that, right on. So we're about 439.75, and we're really above the VWAP at this time. I would probably venture to say that the VWAP itself might be the reversal point. Let's just move it up a little higher and make it 438 here. Okay, and then we're tweaking this out on NVIDIA. That gives us 438, and we have a nice channel there. Okay, we're going to move this over. Then we're going to take this here. You can see once again, look at Tesla with another new high of the day. This is totally amazing when you think about it. How many highs? If you had just played Tesla this morning, even if you stayed in it and did nothing, you would have been nothing but making money. And 258, didn't move it, hold on. I missed it. Let's just make it 240, 258 and 50 cents. That's going to move it up to the resistance point there, 258, and that makes it 257.25. How do you know that? Because I always do $1.25, 257 and 25 cents. Will give me $1.25, and it always seems to work with, oh shit, I did it again, folks. I lost it. Why did I live to lose it? All right, no big deal. 257, right about there. 257.25. Okay, let's edit the property. Let's go support. SUPPORT 257.25. I can't win here today. I'm going to show this on the right. Support is green. It's supports a solid line. And let's put that in there, and there you go. And there's your support and resistance for to the left. And that's it for them. For them. Tesla. That's the them. And put this back. So now you see we got Tesla, we've got NVIDIA, and we've got the SPY on a 2-minute. SPY is the only one I moved to 2-minute. All the rest are on 1 minute at the moment. Okay? And I'm looking at Meta and AMD, looking fine. And Deck's still playing his real estate. Deck doesn't seem to realize is that 80% of the people in TradeCaster, or 85% of the people here, can't afford real estate right now. They're just trying to barely keep their head above water. They're trying to learn how to day trade. So why do you want to come in and confuse them on something that you're doing right now to boast up what you're doing when it doesn't edify? It's nice, but you know what? These videos are in the library and people can go watch them if they want to. Right now, people want to day trade and they want to see what they can do and how they can learn to be a better trader and follow. I've shown 6 times today where I thought that the actual SPY was going to go to a certain place, and it did. And I told you from the very beginning of the day that Tesla was the best buy by far any other stock today, and it's done nothing but go up, 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 meaning that it's building higher highs, higher highs, higher highs. So if we look at this day today, we can bring this one into about a 3-minute, all right? And let's look at the day, all right? That's why you don't really see enough of it. That's the problem. There we go. So we started out right there at 247, and we're at 258. So we've gone over $11 today straight on Tesla. It's very, very little pullback. You had a pullback here, and a couple in between of rocky roads where it went up and came down, and then each time it did, it built a higher high and a higher high to a higher high. And we've seen 5 or 6 times where it's popped up and says Tesla, new high a day. And that's what we're looking for. So to get into a stock that's going to continually make us money, where can Tesla go? How far can it go? So right now, if I was to put in and say at the rate Tesla's moving and what's going on, judge upholds, so they have something in their favor, a jury verdict in Tesla Inc. workers' race bias case upholds 3.75 million jury verdict. That's good for them. So it keeps going up. So if we want to look and say, where is Tesla going now? We're positive. We're in above the VWAP. Where do I think it's going to go? Okay, now I'm not saying this is a definite or it's going to happen, but if I was to bet my money right now, okay, this is what I would do. I'd edit this. I'm going to call this my upper target. upper target. I'm going to make this red. I like a capital T for target. T for target. There you go. And we're going to make this red. So we come down here. We do this. That's that color there. Say OK. That's there. I'm going to show it on the right. And I'm going to make it $260. Because I think that is the next step up. Oh, shit. Oh, you know what I did wrong? It's not, that one is this. All right, and there's my upper target, you can see. So my upper target is 260 right now. Right now we're at 248.56. Are we going to hit it? Well, at the rate we're going, absolutely. Will it be today? There's a really good chance of that. And if we go take a look real quick and we say, and I already closed it, so let me see if I can find it real quick. This one here I want to close. Let's see, I can use this one. In this. Okay, let's do this. You can see now we're only $27, but we're in the plus. So if you look at today, we're green across except for the Russell, which is almost even at 21 cents. And look at this. We went from a gloomy day to a pretty green looking, with Tesla being the #1 stock. Tesla, Adobe, over 2%, 4%, 2% on Oracle, 1.5, 1.8. You can see the #1 leader today in the market at 4.5% is definitely Tesla. Okay. So you can see at the rate that we're going, if they keep pushing it, all right, and then you can say to yourself, well, what is, let's see, Tesla's average right now. What I'm going to do, hold on, let me bring you back so I can see you because I'm not on the chart. Okay, and that should be going back. It's still too slow, very, very slow right now. And that's why I'm not going to be on too much longer because I can't take it. But right now, if I look at Tesla, I say Tesla has 116 million average, and I take that, all right, and I'm going to put it into a calculator. I have another, I'm doing it somewhere else, so I don't have to block your view. So I take 116, I divide it by 6.5, that equals 17 million. Now, it's almost one, it's, let's see, I've got 8:30, 45 minutes, so 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 12:30, 3 hours and 45 minutes times 3.75 is 67 million. We're at 86 million. So right now, we should be at around 67 million shares traded on Tesla. We're at 86. So we're above average. There's a lot of volume today on Tesla, and it's moving in a positive direction, and we're going to assume that it's going to continue. It's slowed down right now a little bit. So if we look, if 116, that means at about 116,000 per minute. So if we go right now into our 3-in-1, our 2-in-1 here, let's put Tesla in here. All right, I'll tell you what I'm going to show you. That means average of 116,000 on a 1 minute. Let's open this up so you can see it. All right, so I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. If 116,000, one more, we're going to make it larger, one more. The reason is we have to be able to see the candlesticks on a 1 minute. Okay, bingo. All right, let's move this down. Well, let's move it up first and then move it down. All right, so we start around here. You see that is 184,000. That's 358. Coming back down is 368. That's a wash. Right there, you got 147, 150, 208. See, 116,000 per candlestick would be average. How do you figure that out? I did. I came to that a long time ago. I can look at any stock, figure out what their volume is for the day, and I can do 1/100th that to come up with an answer. So then when I look at the SPY, okay, I have SPX. When I look at the SPY tells me 76 million. That means it would be 76,000 average. So I come in here, and anything above 76,000, there you go, above average, below average, below average, below average, below average. So right now I can see there's less volume coming, and right now we've done less than 50% for the day. So we know we got the same amount of time. If I take 76 million, all right, I'm going to copy it. I just copy it off of Yahoo Finance. I'm going to put that into my calculator. Boom. Put that in there. Divide that by 6.5 hours during the day. That's from 9:30 to 4. Is 11,712, 11 million. And I multiply that times 3.75. That's how many hours been used so far. I should be at 43. I'm at 44. So you're right at average for the day. So SPY is average volume today. And that's probably why it's in an up position. Okay? How are we doing? How are we doing so far? All right. We're back. We're hot. We're moving. All right. I'm going to put this back to the arm. I'm going to lower this a little bit, and we're not going up anymore. So 423.32. Let's bring this down to about 423 and let's say 65 cents. Let's see, I'm guessing. That's pretty close. Look at that right there. There was resistance right there, resistance there, and we're probably a little lower, but we're going to leave it there. And we're going to take this and just lower it a little bit. Instead of 15, let's make it 423. So it's going to be a little lower than our mark, and that's fine. So right now, there's our support. And if we go across here, we'll see before there was support right there and there. Your true is about 423.10. I was going to do that. That's funny. I was going to do that. Let's put it in there, just what I was really going to do. But that's tweaking it. It doesn't have to be exact. It just gives us an idea of where we are in the channel. And now we built a new channel. And you can see we got in this channel about 12:56 or 1 o'clock, let's say, okay? So we're in this new channel. We've come down one more step down. So you can see right now what's happening. We're still in here. We did rise up a little bit. So what I can do is I'll take this little thing here and I'll put it right there, all right? And we're very close to this step here, but we're not really there. What do I mean? I show you all the time. If I extend this to the right, you see that's how much that would be our next step up. If we go up, but right now we're over here, all right? So we don't need this. We just cancel off the right. We don't want to cancel it with too many lines. I mean, confuse it. And what's happening here? Look at this. We're going lower and lower and lower. So now we're down to about 95, okay? So we went from 10 now to 422 and let's say 95 cents, okay? Or it could be 90. It's actually lower. Look at that. So we got 90. I'm going to go to 90 because that's where we're popping back to. I don't know if it's going to hold. It's not. It's going lower. Let's go to 85. Let's just be a little ahead of the game, and let's put it at 85 and put it right there. Now we've got 15 to there, and we've got to here is 65, 75. That's 80 cents in here. And you can see this is dropping. So we know that the bears are starting to push this down. And now we have about an equal amount from here in this, what we call an isosceles triangle, which means we have an equal amount from the top as we do to the bottom. So right now it's a 50-50. Which way do you go? Well, we're still moving down, but we're still above the VWAP, which means that we're still bullish at this point. All right. But we're bearish below the 13, which tells me right now it looks like we're dropping. I had a bet. I would bet for the VWAP or a little above it as being our new target. So right now, everything seems to be pulling back. If I was going to have an upper target or any target right now, I would take this here. And let's say I would take this and I don't see that as my target anymore. I would see my target more about 420 to, let's see, right now, right there. I'd see my target around 422.65. It's an upper target, but we're going to change it just to, it's still a lower target. It's still an upper target because we're above the VWAP, okay? But we're just going to call it a U, all right? It's an upper target because it's above the VWAP, but at the rate we're dropping right now, and if I go across, take a look right there. You see here, we had resistance here, here, here. That's at 65. When you bring it back across, I just did it because that's the way it looked to me, all right, without even looking across. And absolutely, you can see is exactly what happened. We dropped below, which is probably around 50, 45, 50. There it is, 45, 50, and then to 65, where we had a lot of resistance. And that's where we're dropping right now to exactly where I told you we would. And it's happening again, all over again. And I don't like to do this because then people, they go for it. And most of the time I'm correct. But the thing is, if I'm not, you don't win. I don't want you to say, well, Active Trader told me to do this and, you know, blah, 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 blah. Well, it just doesn't work that way. I forgot where we're going. You know what? Hold on a second. Let's change that one. I want to see what's happening right here. We just touched it, in fact. You see that? I said 65. What did we hit? 66? Let's see. Let's see. What did I hit? There's 80, 77. It hit 73. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, hold on. I want to see what we hit. What time was that? Right there was approximately 13:25. I can't see it. 1325. Okay, let's go early 1325 and start our way. 1325. Must have been higher up. It was. Okay. 1325. We were hitting for 65 and we got 70. Come on. Where did we go? 1326. See, it was right over there, right on this tip. And that's on at 1 minute, and I can't see the time. 1325. It was 1325. Bring it all the way down. Let's bring it back up. 1324. What is that? 420, 95, 13, 20, 42, 45, 46. Come on. You had to drop lower, no? What was this at? 65. So we already hit it. We did hit it. I saw it. We already hit that. We hit 64, 65. I said it out loud when we hit it. That's 425. Let's go back up. All I want to say is, and there we go. It doesn't even matter because I hit it again just now. And there it is. So you can see exactly what I said was going to happen. That's the 7th alert that I hit today. Grambo, 99% of the time. You're right, because I missed one by 12 cents. And I called it $1.50 before I called the top. And I got there within 12 cents. So whatever it was before, it was like 422.38 on the way up. And my call was 422.50. Eventually, it hit that number, but not until it came all the way back down, and then it went back up again later. So that was my only miss today, was one call. So not bad, not bad. I'm hot. I'm back again. And now you see when I do this, okay, and I'm concentrating and I'm not trading, I can do better for you when I'm not trading than if I start trading in the background, because it can be hit or miss for me. And though I'm right most of the time, I don't play my own alerts. My wife always said to me, "What's wrong with you? You're always right. You've been right for years, and you don't always play your own alerts because you're scared." Okay? And when you're scared, money don't make money. But I can make you money. I have turned more people into great traders than I have led people the other direction. Okay? It's just the way it is. I'm not doing one of these. I don't care. My ego is so far gone, to be edging God out, EGO, edging God out. I'm not about that. I'm really not. It's not. I don't say, "Oh, I did it 6 times because I want you to go look at me and say how powerful." I mean, if I want that, I can go look at AK all day long. He goes, "I told you 3 o'clock," and he puts up the time. I said it was going to hit this. It was going to hit that. I don't do that. Okay? That's not what I'm about. I don't have to go to every room and tell you how great I am. All right? I'm not great. I'm good. I'm good at reading charts, and that's why I'm a moderator. That's why originally I was able to call the stocks that were going to hit. I can still do that. I can call every stock every morning before they hit and tell you which ones are going to go. Okay? Because I know how to use a scanner. You have the same tools available to you as I did 5 years ago, 5.5 years ago, that got me to be a moderator. All right? I'm telling you the truth. It's whether you want it. It's a lot of work. Everybody, "Oh, I'd like to be a moderator." Being a moderator for Deck's room, little different being a moderator for my room and getting your name in yellow like Rambo. But getting yourself to be a moderator in Deck's room, 1 is because of either favoritism, or 2, because you really are putting it out there. He loves people that put alerts out. But the next best thing is people who put out credible alerts. If you're not credible, you ain't getting there. And I was going to go to the VWAP and told you the bounce, and there it is. I was too busy talking to you, which would have been 50 right there. So I would have marked this down, and it would have been the next one down, which I was going to put in there, but I didn't because it was too close, which was 50, which is right there on the VWAP. And we want to see now if we're going to bounce at the VWAP or break below that. Now, if we look, we have a long way that this can drop. Okay, let's go back to the 3 minute, and you see here, we have a whole distance of where we can drop here, to here, to in here, right in there at 421.60. It's about $1 away. And here we had a lot of settlement. We're here now at 422.44, 45. Let's see. We had a couple of bottoms right there at 422.25. Okay, so if we don't hold at 50, then our next one is below the VWAP. Once we drop below that VWAP, we're going to start dropping. All right. So right now, everything is starting to pull back a little. All right. I'm only going to leave the upper target as long as we're above the VWAP for Tesla, because it's a whole different stock. Now I want to just bring it back to the 3 so you can look at Tesla, NVIDIA, and the SPY. You can see also here, and that puts it back on the 1 minute. And you can see I pulled back all the ways to here. But I'm still descending, still descending. And do I need this one anymore? No, I really don't. So I can remove the drawing here, all right? I'm still here from the base bottom of the day, and I'm still here. There's two here. I don't need this other one either. Watch this. I can remove that drawing. So now I'm only from here down where we're at. I'm above that 13. There might be another step coming down this way now, all right? And if I wanted to put another step, which I could do this, and this is the active step. You won't find this anywhere else because nobody else, there's no such thing. I made this up. The active step is the active trader making up rules and showing you different ways to see. So you can see here, all right, I came to here, and watch this. I remove my right extension, cancel, and now you see, here's a step here, and now I have a second step coming this way. So if I want, I can get rid of this step if I want. I don't need it any longer. I can always put it back in. And this is what we're looking at right now. And we're dropping, and we're below the VWAP, and it's fighting to hold, all right? It's fighting to hold us. We're right slightly below the VWAP right now, okay? Can we hold this area? I don't know. I don't know. We hit 40. You know, I always love that number 45. I use it a lot. I say, you know what? Instead of 50, I say I like to use that 45 because a lot of things don't drop exact. So if it's dropping to the 50 mark and we think it's going to hold there, it'll go to 45. It's the same thing like when you go to an even number at $3. I like that pullback to 295 if I think there's strength and it's a good bounce, or 290. Let's say whatever we're at, you know what I'm saying, 420, 421.95, 421.90. I would buy in for the long because it's bringing me back in percentage. Like if I was looking at a Fibonacci, it shows me when it drops down to about 23%, which gives me from 100% between 40 and 60% retraction. That's what we're looking for. What's that word? Hold on. It's the name of the Fibonacci, and it's what do you call that? Retracement. We're looking for that retracement is what we're looking for. So that's what Fibonacci tells us. When there's a certain amount of retracement coming back down to a certain point, we know nothing just keeps dropping. If that happens, then the markets just fall out and we got to crash. It's not going to crash. It's going to come to a certain point. We're not there yet. I'm not saying that the markets don't eventually crash. The government can lie to us just so much and tell us that how great everything is when it isn't before the markets are going to crash. And we've seen in the worst of times where the markets have gone up, and we've seen in the best of the times where the markets have gone down. So the question is, where are we really? And what do we believe? Who do we believe? Okay? Do you believe this administration? I don't. I don't believe a word they have to say. When Deck was talking this morning, he was talking about when his parents were young and they bought their first house, it was 13%. They thought they had a great rate. I never thought 13% was great. When my parents were paying 7% back in the 1960s and 70s, okay, they thought they hated it, okay? And why? Because we had LBJ as a president, okay? They were buying another house. They had to move from one area to another. And it was another Democrat in office, which means raise your taxes. The difference between the Democrats and the Republicans is the Democrats say we want to keep people dependent on the government. We want to raise taxes. And then what happens is people can't feed their families. They get a paycheck at the end of the week and they look what's left and they go, well, I got to either pay for the health insurance or I got to pay for the food on the table. So that's an easy one. My kids are crying. I got to pay for the food. When the Republicans get in, they drop your taxes. So people would say at the end of the week, I got extra money here. So instead of saving it like most of us should, we spend it. And when we spend it, what we do is we stimulate the economy. And when we stimulate the economy grows, okay? Unemployment will grow at that time too, because more people might lose out of jobs because they got more money, and that happens, all right? Right now, unemployment's at a low, and we've stopped paying people. So we started paying people during COVID to stay home. It got to the point where why should I work when I can make just as much money staying home? The government's going to take care of me. That's what they want you to think, all right? They want to keep you in poverty. You don't want to be in poverty. The American dream says you can have whatever you want if you put your mind to it. I wish what I know today, I could go back 30 years and start again, because I know so much more today than I knew 30 years ago. Okay, there is a reason why I don't get a big crowd here, because I'm not driving a Lamborghini. I'm not making $1 million a year in the markets because I'm not really trading every day all the time. I already proved I can do this. All right. I already proved to you that I can call the shots because I can call what's going to happen. And you can make money off of that. Either believe me or don't. It doesn't matter. 30 of you are staying here, and I would say probably more than 20 of you are over a certain age of maybe 45 or 50. So I get a little older crowd. They're not looking for the impress me that I'm driving a Lamborghini. But some of these guys, like living like Matt, who's no longer here, and Kush, who does drive a Lamborghini at 18 years old. Hey, listen, he has a silver spoon in his mouth, or a gold spoon. He's in a family with a father worth 10, $20 million, whose best friend is worth 50 to 100 million, and they showed him how to do things. I get furloughed to collect unemployment for COVID. Yeah, exactly. And still you worked under the table because you were smarter than that, so you took cash for working and still took the government's money. And then you had twice as much. I would. If I could get away with it, I would have done it. You know what? I run another business. I have an eBay business. I'm working with another house that I have right now, and I'm probably going to sell it. And this guy who's been trying to get it running into a halfway house, I'm sorry, I'm going to sell it right underneath him in a couple of weeks. He doesn't even know it's about to hit him. And I'm sorry, I can't deal with this guy. He makes my blood boil. Every time I talk to him, I get palpitations, even being right in here in my ears. I feel my heart pumping. I can't talk to this guy. He keeps writing me. He writes me. He goes, Joe used the rent from Brenda and I for a year. Brent, blah, 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 blah. He's now in recovery, so he wants to be a part of his ministry. I don't give a crap. Here, no, I want you to trust me and listen to me. You're listening to these people that you don't know. I'm listening to you, and all I get is lies. You tell me how much of a Christian you are. You got to keep trying to tell me how good a Christian you are. My mother always said to me, don't tell me, show me. And I always learned through the church that people live by an example of the Christ, or whatever you believe. I don't care if you're a Buddhist. I don't care if you're what do you call it, a Muslim. Listen, we all need something to believe in. But you know what? Be an example by the best of what you believe in, not by the worst of. We already know that and I hate to say this, okay, but the world terrorists, 95% of the world terrorists are Muslim. But that's only 1 or 2% of the entire Muslim population. 95 to 98% of the Muslim population are real good people who live their lives by whatever, it's by Allah or whatever, but they don't read it and interpret it that they should kill and destroy and be the only ones on this earth, okay? And the Christians who believe that the only way to the God is through the Son, and if you don't believe that, you shall perish, okay? Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. As a Christian, I have to believe that. But as a person, I say, you know what? God doesn't want me to beat you up with that and make that the only reason you believe what I believe. He wants you to believe what I believe because not only do I believe it, but I live my life because of it, all right? It's how we live our lives that becomes so important. Same thing in stock trading, okay? And look what's going on here right now. What's happening with the market? Here we are. It's going up and down. We're back. Look at the support here on NVIDIA, okay? I can get this thing to move. All right, we just dropped all the way down to about 430, 436. I knew that's where it was going. And that means now we're at about 437.75 here. So if I take this, say 437.75. I know because it's about $2 difference. And it puts me above, right at the VWAP. Look at that. Perfect. I don't even have to, I just count it in my head. I know exactly when it comes to NVIDIA, $1.25 when it comes to here, and here $1 for $1. So here I go. Here's my U target again, my lower target. What happened? I just hit it again, right below the VWAP. I told you it was going to hit, and it did. There it is, 422.45, okay? If we keep going down, I need to take it out of the way. Why? Because I need to move it for the support. So I can bring this down and say if we keep on moving the way we're moving, that is very good chance we're going to go to 422. Let's even 422.10, all right? But right now, my support is about right there, right at the VWAP. I'm going to say 40, all right? Let's bring this down and edit this down from 85 now down to 40 or 45. I just don't want to be right on the VWAP, so I'm right below it. And there is my support. So if my support's at 40, right, then I can bring 423 down to 40, and then I have my dollar right there, okay? It's probably a little higher. It's probably a little lower, I mean. It's probably closer to 423 at this moment is our resistance. And I can bring it there, but it puts less than $1 in the channel. But if I do, and I bring it down to the 423, then I only have 60 cents in my channel right now. You understand? From my support to my resistance. I always try to leave $1. Now, You see this has moved. So I want to take this, and I'll tell you, I always want to leave it just on the outside of the 13 exponential. It just seems to work. It seems to work. And now I can see exactly what I'm looking at, where I'm at in this area right here. We're still headed down. We're still headed down. We're still headed down this way. I still can't bring it lower, lower. So we keep hitting that it's an upper target. This is no longer an upper target. All right. This here now becomes, ready? Watch. This becomes this. This becomes lower. Why? Because it's below the VWAP. Now it becomes a lower target. T dot dot. Okay. And let's just bring it to 421. Okay. Or lower target right there. And there's my lower target. All right. Here's my support. Here's my resistance. My lower target as long as we stay under the VWAP. All right. Whether it hits or not, I don't know. I don't know. I only know the direction it's going right now. I can only refer that to you and say it's in this direction here. But right now, we're in the middle. We are in the middle. We are right there at the VWAP. So what happens could be 50-50 either way. Okay? I have a little bit more inclination to say, what's happening to the markets right now. Where is FinViz right now? All right, so if I take a look at the Dow, I'm real close to, look at that. I finally went from positive back down to a minus. My NASDAQ is still in the positive. S&P's is, that's your S&P 500, and your Dow is down below at 24. Now, Dow is your majority of stocks. The S&P is just your top 500, okay? And right now, the Dow looks a little weak, and the S&Ps look like they've just got a little bit of, because of the top stocks. But look at Tesla. Even Tesla's falling back. But it's still, I got an upper target, but that's even going to get lower because I got to go by this. And now that tells me 258. It's almost where, let's see, there it is. Right there. So we're talking 259.50. This has come down a little bit. 259, watch. 259.50. No longer are we looking at that 260 mark. That's the top of my upper VWAP plot. That's where I put my upper target. My resistance I put at 258.50, and this would be here, would be 248.50, 248.25. What do I got? What did I say? 255.25, I mean. 255 and 25 cents. Right? Because I had 256.50. So that brings me to about here. Let's see if that's right. What did I have? 258. 257. I'm sorry. It's 257.25. I don't know why I said that. 250. I had it right the first time, and then it didn't look right to me. 250. Why? Because I like $1.25 difference. But you know what? It's dropping even lower. So the truth is, I went off my resistance, which is wrong. I really need to go off my support right now, which is about 256.70, which would make the top 257.95. Let's say 257 and 95 cents. Do I got that right? Oh, something's wrong. 258.95. 256, 257. It's 257. Something's not right. I'm doing something wrong. 258, 56, 257.95. 257.95. Right there. There's my $1.25. Right there. So you can see before what I did is I went off my resistance, and my resistance was wrong. My resistance is actually lower right now. So really my resistance is probably more like there, which is 257.55. So if I want to tweak this down and I go to 55 there, then I know it's 256.30. So I take this, and it'll probably work out across somewhere. 256.30 cents. Right? Oh shit. Come on. 0.3. That's a comma. That would disappear. 256.30, which brings me here, which if you look across somewhere in here, I've got to be close. I told you it's not exact right there. So you see I have support right there. And that's where we are. So right now we're at the middle of a channel. You see why or how I get to these numbers? To see the outed McCarthy and the new guy to Pelosi to vacate her office, Capitol by today. Did you see the outed McCarthy and the new guy? No, I didn't even know. I heard that the guy from Florida I forget his name. The guy was almost accused of bringing women, little girls over the state line. One of my congressmen, that he was voting him, McCarthy, out because he crossed the lines. I don't have a problem with people crossing the lines. I really don't. I wish more of them would do that when they're doing the right thing. But McCarthy did what they all do, which is to wait to the last minute so they could get some of the pork out of the bills that get that shit out of the thing. You know, I think McCarthy is a wimp. Between you and me, I think there's better for the job, but who wants it? It's a thankless job. It is, and unless your name is Pelosi and you can get away with stealing and lying and cheating and doing inside trading. Okay, Pelosi, she should be out. She should be out. You know, she shouldn't even be in office. And Feynman, I mean, she was making decisions. She did a vote that morning and died that afternoon. It's like, wow, you know. It is what it is. I can't listen to the politics anymore, Rambo. I just can't. And learn how to spell spy. You're doing. You know, you know better than most people, and you're supposed to be a golden example. Spies like that, not in the other way. Make sure it's caps. Okay, folks. I think that's it for me today. It's 1:48. Thank God we finally got through all the problems this morning, but the markets are pulling back. At this point, I'm going to pull away from the upper target. I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave till tomorrow and see what happens with my upper target on Tesla. I have it at. I brought it down to 258.50. I still think we're looking at 260 eventually. I think Tesla, out of all stocks, is going to go. Okay, depending on what happens. If there's some news that I don't know about, I mean that could change everything. We want to just take this. I want it to sit right in front of there, okay? And you can see now, if we take this and extend it to the left, there you go. So what I want to do is activate, and I'll just bring this to here. And there's a high right there, and then remove my left. So you can see now that whole line has changed to there, okay? This one's still here to the bottom of our day, which is right there at a low point. So if I activate it, just bring it up a little bit. Come on, activate and push it up just a little bit. Florida Georgia line, just a little bit. Yeah, I can't get it where I want it. I think there's a doji right there. It should be right on it, but it's close enough. Doesn't have to be exact. All right, my nose is running. Oh my gosh, I haven't shut up. Can you do that? Can you say that? Come on, Grandpa, you want to get on live? Did you? Did you see the outed McCarthy? Did they? I didn't even know they voted him out. I didn't see the news. Let's see. Top news. House Speaker vacancy live updates. Jim Gordon, Steve Scalise are running. Oh, okay. Jim Gordon. I like Jim Gordon. He does a great job. He's a gay guy, believe it or not. Gay man. I would vote for him. I think he's done a great job. I've seen him on Fox a numerous amount of times. He cares about government. His whole life is wrapped up. Jim Scalise, Steve Scalise, he's the guy that got shot when they were playing that baseball game about 5 years back. You remember? When they were going after Republicans and he got shot. And he's another one. Steve Scalise is another good. I would say that Jim Gordon or Steve Scalise are two good choices. I like McCarthy, but I think he was too weak. I think he's very smart. You know, and good-looking people go further in office for some reason. But I just think he was a little wimpy, too flaky, you know, and that's why. So Kevin McCarthy ousted House Speaker in historic vote. Wow, I didn't see that 5 hours ago, and Alam could make a big mistake if they joined Gates. Wow. So AOC joining Gates and McCarthy. Gates is what I was talking about. Gates is the guy from Florida. I forget his first name, who was a congressman. Well, Pelosi had a lot of friends for a lot of years, and a lot of people made a lot of money because of her. Her husband was pretty brainiac in business. He was brainiac enough to be on the board of directors for, what's that called? Dominion? Dominion was the voting system that beat out Trump. So though we couldn't prove it from Dominion, they were that smart. They had the best hackers in the world, and they were able to do it exactly they set out to do, which was take Trump out of there. Trump definitely won the election. I don't care what anybody says. There is no way in freaking hell freezes over that Biden never won that election. Ever. He's an idiot. And if the American people are that stupid, we should get out of this country. Last Americans should take the flag. All right. 1:52. I'm only going to 2 o'clock today, folks. I'm tired. My back is hurting me. I forgot to take my pill. I need to take a shower. It's 79 degrees outside. I can't even go outside. The real feel is probably, wow, what is the real feel? It's 85 degrees outside with the real feel 93. And it's mostly sunny, and humidity right now is 58%, which is not that high. The index is high. Go get a suntan. So, I can't believe so they did oust him. All right. It is what it is. If the American people have spoken, then that's the deal. That's what a democracy is about. He should be thankful he's out. But it's a cut and pay, I'll say that. He'll be on one of those committees as a, what is he? He's a congressman, right? McCarthy? He's a congressman. Congressmen make about, what, 175,000, and they can be on extra committees. So they can be making as much as 225,000 a year. And here we go. Here's the drop. Here's the drop, folks. And look at my lower target. Look at my lower target. One more time. I could be right. My lower target, I was going to make it at 25 before they made it 422. And what did we hit? 25. As far as I'm concerned, it was a hit, but I went a little lower purposely. There's your 25 right there, or 20. There it goes. There it goes. Drop, drop, drop. Drop, drop. So I can say hit one more time. Come on. Come on. Do it. Let's bring this down. 423. I got to leave it there. 422.75. Let's bring it down once more. There you go. And here, let's bring this down. We're going to hit any second. 18, 17, 16, 15. You see it? You see it? 15. Look at it go. Look at it go down. Come on. Hit my mark. Another one really, really close. I would have hit 25, but I put it down. I said I'm just going to extend it to the dollar, and I did. And the same thing with NVIDIA. Look at that. Came down. Well, folks, I called most of them, and if not, I called them within a small percentage. This is 60, 49.50. Okay, 435.50 on NVIDIA. I had it. Where's my cat? Ugh. I got to get a pill. I can't deal with this. Ooh. Oof. Oof. All right. Definitely got to take a pill. All right. Wow. I gotta stand. I gotta stand for a little bit. Woo! I'm here. I'm here. I gotta stand a little bit. Look what's going on. I almost hit that thing, didn't I? Take a look at that. Unbelievable. Take that mouse off of there. There we go. There we go. 22.08. Oh my gosh. Okay. I am wearing clothes. Look at that right there. What do we get? What do we get? Boy, is that close, huh? There it is, 15, 13. I know we got real close. 11, 10, 9. What did we hit? 9, 8. 9, 8. Come on, stop moving. 9. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. Number 9, number 9. Was that the Beatles? Number 9. 7. See that? 7 right there. 422.07. So I think that's the lowest we hit so far. 429.07. We're just waiting for that break. Look at that. Do I get credit for that one? I really called it to 25, but I put it at 422. It hit 422.07. There's another one less than 10 cents away. Actually, 7 cents away. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That puts my lowest support at really. Let's go for 10. Really 07. Let's go down. Boom. Like that. Mm. All right. It's time for me to call it a day. 1:56 in the afternoon. I am the active trader, for those of you who don't know. And this is my world right here. I'm so glad that you're a part of it. And I want to thank you all for your support. For those of you that are still here and didn't want to hear a real estate class, is that still going on? I cannot believe that's still going on. Really? Or did it stop? I don't even know. It's still on my board. Let's see what's going on in here. No. He's playing old videos, which, you know what, when he does that I should just get off, because the truth is so many people think he's live and he's talking and he's not. So, just sad. Takes away from us streamers, you know, you think he would just, if he's gone, he's gone. So, it's defeating the purpose. And let's see right now, anybody else live at this moment? Let's see, AK-47. No, yeah, he's live. And then you got, let's see, Jay Trades. How's Jay doing? He's got 28 subscribers. How many people wow, he's got more people than I do right now. 57. Good for him. So I'm losing my viewers to him. Green. Anything underneath 14207, counter goes red. Let's see if he can call as many as I can call in points. But he's pretty good. I like Jay. I really do. We get along great. We talk on the phone. So I'm glad to see he's doing well. Good. It's a new generation of traders in there. It's about time he started doing this. And it just goes to show you, anybody can do this if you really put your mind to it or if you want to do it. But here we are, 158. Again, I'm going to thank you all. All right. I cannot believe the day I had today. Going from 35 megabytes per second to 460 megabytes per second, back to 80, 90. Man, oh man, that is so wrong on so many levels, you know? Just so wrong. Why? And it's Bluetooth devices. I don't use Bluetooth now. Okay. Thank you all. And have a great rest of your day. And whatever happened to the people in YouTube? Oh, shoot. I just did something wrong. Oh, man, I can't believe I just did that. What did I just do? I wrote something, and then I did Control V, which took it all out. Come on. I have to do it again. I cannot believe this is happening. Yeah, I'm tired. I did it again. I know I'm getting tired. I just did it twice. What is wrong with me? Let's do something else. I got another idea. I can't believe I just did that. Okay, where is today's 20? Okay, 27. I didn't do the other. 12. 102. I should just have it saved somewhere. I can copy and paste it. It's just something, let's see. 1204. Isosceles. ASNF, are you here today? What if he's still here? He's not. All right, I put it out there. I wrote it like 4 times, and I kept hitting Control V. See, something wrong with me today. And let's see what's happening out here in Smiths. This is not live. Not signed in. Let's see what's going on in here. 64 stream, 2 hours, 0 comments. Okay, hold on 1 second. I can't tell who's in there because when I reboot the page, I lost. Here we go. Let's see. 6 watching now. Okay. Again, thank you all. It's time to call it. It's 2:02. I'm here past my bedtime. All right, folks. I'll leave the stream up for a little bit, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. I will not be here Friday. I have a doctor's appointment, which I already told you about. That's my monthly, and I will see you all tomorrow. So have a great rest of your day. I am the Active Trader. Rambo, take it away. It's all yours. Bye. And one more time, I hit that target. So that's one more time I hit that target, and there you go. So I'm going to take away my lower support. I've already hit it. My lower target, I mean. And for my support, I'm going to bring it down to about 75. Should be around there. That's 85. So there you go. Perfect. So we did hit one more time. So we hit 6 out of 7 today. Let's see anybody else do that. Bye. Have a great day.